This is CA Rohit Kumar Singh and I welcome you to our YouTube channel GST with Tax Marvel. Today we are going to discuss on introduction of GST returns, what are the various returns that are to be filed in GST regime and due dates of those returns. Please don't forget to like and share our videos and also subscribe to our channel for receiving the updates on GST. So, friends, before we move into the practical filing of GST returns, what we'll do is we'll go and have a small review on the legal provisions around returns, right? So, there are number of returns to be filed in GST regime, but each and every return is not to be filed by everyone, right? Like GSTR 1, it is a return of outward supply which is to be filed by 11th of the next month for monthly filers, right? Earlier it was 10th of the next month, now it is 11th of the next month and it is to be filed for normal taxpayer. If I am filing quarterly GSTR 1, my due date is last day of the succeeding month ending the quarter. For the March quarter, it will be 30th April. For the June quarter, it will be 31st July ending the quarter, right? So last day of the month ending the quarter. Then we'll have GSTR 2. So GSTR 2 and GSTR 3 is suspended, right? So 4th May 2018, GSTR 2 and 3 is suspended. So there is a notification. So mostly none of the taxpayers could file GSTR 2 and 3. Only few taxpayers could file GSTR 2 for July 17, right? So technically speaking, since we are discussing the law, GSTR 2 is return for inward supply which is to be filed by 15th of the next month by a normal taxpayer. GSTR 3 is a monthly return based on my outward and inward supply. I will file by 20th of the next month. So these three returns are for normal taxpayer. When GST was introduced in July 2017, the proposal was that a regular taxpayer or a normal taxpayer will file 3 returns per month: GSTR 1, GSTR 2, GSTR 3. But then we all know the problem in the GSTN portal. So GST Council announced that GSTR 2 and GSTR 3 is suspended for some time, right? So in place of GSTR 2 and 3, a stopgap mechanism was introduced for collection of tax, and that form is called GSTR 3B. So that is monthly summary return is to be filed by 20th of next month, right? Then for composition taxpayer, they will file GSTR 4 18th of the next quarter. But recent amendment is there that for composition dealer, this return is now annual return. So they will only file one return per year, composition taxpayer. GSTR 5 is foreign non-resident taxpayer. So foreign non-resident taxpayer are taxpayer which come to India for certain kind of transaction that is not a long-term registration. So they will file if they have more than 1 month, the registration period is more than 1 month, they will file from the date of registration to 20th of the next month or 7 days after expiry of registration. So if they are taking registration for 45 days, so for the first 30 days they will file regular return, for the next 15 days they will file on the 22nd odd day, right? Then you have return for input service distributor. It means an input service distributor will file a return called GSTR 6 for distribution of input service credit. One slide is there for ISD also. The due date is 13th of the next month. Next return is your GSTR 7, that is return for TDS. It is to be filed by 10th of the next month. TDS is when the government entity will deduct any TDS for any contract awarded to a taxpayer. The contract value is more than 2.5 lakh rupees. Then the government entity will or PSU will deduct TDS from the invoices and they will file a return for passing on the TDS credit. Then TCS, if any taxpayer is supplying through a e-commerce portal, then the e-commerce operator will deduct TCS from the seller. Any payment made to the seller, they will deduct TCS and they will file a return. So like Amazon, Flipkart or any entity like that, Snapdeal and all, they will file TCS return, GSTR 8. Then we have GSTR 9. So regular taxpayer or normal taxpayer will file GSTR 9, that is annual return, right? 31st December of the next financial year. So for 1920, due date is 31st December 2020. Remember friends, there is a recent notification on GSTR 9. We'll discuss it later on also. That up to 2 crores, there is no requirement of filing of GSTR 9. 2 to 5 crores, they will file GSTR 9, or anything exceeding 2 crores, they will file GSTR 9. Composition taxpayer will file annual return in form GSTR 9A. Right. Now, e-commerce operator will file annual statement in 9B. So whatever deduction of TCS they have made for the entire year, they will file an annual return. Now, in case if my turnover is, here it is 2 crores for 17, 18, 18, 19, for 18, 19 onwards it is 5 crores. So GSTR 9C is your GST reconciliation statement or annual return and reconciliation statement to be filed by normal taxpayer. Then GSTR 10 will discuss it in later part of the session. So GSTR 10 is your final return to be filed, right? Due date is 3 months from the date of cancellation or date of order, whichever is later, right? So any person who is cancelling the return registration, this is not to be filed by composition dealer. Generally, normal taxpayer will file GSTR 10. GSTR 11 will be filed by UIN holder. Who are UIN holder? There is no due date for UIN holder. Generally, they will file it quarterly. So, United Nations or any embassy, foreign embassy located in India, they will file this return. Basically, by filing this return, they will get the refund of their taxes paid on inward supply. So, this is a kind of refund return they will file. Based on this return, the refund will be granted to these taxpayers. Now friends, important point for returns, and it is very important for us to understand rectification. So there is a notion that return cannot be amended. Same return cannot be amended. But if there is any particular which is to be changed, we can change it in the subsequent return, right? Or any change can be made on or before filing of return for September or filing of annual return, whichever is earlier. In case someone is not filing return, in that case, they can be served a notice and the registration can be cancelled if they are not filing return for 3 consecutive tax period for monthly and for 6 months for normal taxpayers, right? Now late fee for filing of GSTR 3B. So in case of filing of GSTR 3B, in case of return which has any taxable liability, in that case late fees is 500 rupees per day subject to maximum 10,000 rupees. There is a notification for July 17 to July 20 which is 500 rupees per return maximum, right? There is a special waiver given for previous returns. In case of nil return, it is 20 rupees per day subject to maximum of 10,000 rupees. But there is a special notification issued recently for July 17 to July 20. There is no late fee payable in filing of nil return. Next friends. So what are the mode of filing return? So we can file return by logging into GSTN portal directly. So gst.gov.in we log in and we can file return directly. Return filing can be through online mode or offline mode both. Second option is I have a software. So I have a software called ASP, Application Service Provider or Application Software Provider. They will provide us a utility or a special software through which we can integrate the software with our accounts and then return can be filed. We can also file return through facilitation center opened by your tax department. So generally 98% of the returns are being filed through GSTN portal directly. And one more method is there that if you pass your GST practitioner exam, returns can also be filed through GST practitioners, right? Thank you for watching our video and we hope that you enjoyed this learning series GST with Tax Marvel. And don't forget to share, like and subscribe our videos, and do also tell your friends or colleagues who want to make their career in GST or want to get updated on GST aspects. Thank you friends. Thank you.